Yeah.
We've got Austin High shadowing FSU this weekend.
Okay. Hey, Ethan, let's go live.
All right, here at Tyne Davis Gymnasium for this Tuesday night tip between the Faulkner Lady Eagles and the Pensacola Christian Lady Eagles as we ready for Game 3 of the 2018 season. David, it is a Faulkner team that is very young, and by the way, formalities aside, here we are. I'm Jeremy Smith. That's David Turner. That's all that we matter. All right, moving on. So it's a Faulkner team that showed us a lot of flashes of really good basketball at times over the weekend, and then at times looked like a young squad. So the addition of Nicole Shirley back into the lineup tonight, the returning starting point guard from a sophomore from Tuscumbia, Alabama, you would hope will settle some things down. But what are you looking for out of this Faulkner team tonight?
Again, we're going to see what kind of swings we have with this young team you mentioned. Are we going to have those moments where they turn the ball over and do what they did in the second game that we had over the weekend? Or are we going to have more brilliance that we actually saw in that first game? And getting the starting point guard back will be huge.
Absolutely.
Studying the shift a little bit, getting everybody back in their natural spot of the rotation, and kind of alleviating some of the things that we saw over the weekend with ball handling and those types of things.
Absolutely. We'll talk a little bit more about the lineups in a moment. We are now ready for the pregame prayer. Now ready for the starting lineups here at Tyne Davis Gymnasium. David, talking about these adjustments in the lineups. Ashlyn Adkins goes off over the course of the weekend, came into the weekend with her career high being 15 points, or rather 14 points. She matches that career high in one game, surpasses it in another with a new career high of 21. But the question that I have for you, how much is it going to help her tonight moving back to a two-guard and getting to play off the ball a little bit more?
You'd think it would help her a lot, just given the way that she played last weekend. It takes her from having to be a primary ball handler and playmaker to now she can work off the ball. She can look more to take her own shot than having to get everybody else involved. Let the point guard handle that, and she can take into that natural scoring role that it seems that she was able to fill.
The starting lineup for Pensacola Christian. Number 0, Ashton Welburn, a senior from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. She plays the forward spot. Number 2, Sandy McElhaney, a 5'10 guard from Athens, Tennessee. Number 10, Joyce Smith, 5'9 guard from Macon, Georgia. Number 25, Jessica Boyd, 5'7 guard from Ararat, Virginia. And number 33, Marley Moore, a 6'2 center from Baxter, Minnesota. David, the 5 starters for the Lady Eagles of Faulkner. Who you got?
Number 1, Nicole Shirley. Number 2, Kayla Key. Those will both be at the guard. Number 4, Angela Grant will be the post player for us tonight. Number 24, Ashlyn Atkins will take that guard role that we just talked about. And the other 4 will be number 30, Olivia Colson.
All right, so 2 sophomores, 3 freshmen, or 2 sophomores, 2 freshmen, and a junior rolling out in tonight's starting lineup for Reed Sutton's squad. Comes in at 1-1. I'm told Pensacola Christian has played a game, but our expert stat guy Carter Moles knows nothing about it, and therefore it must not have happened. Tipping, they won. They beat Welsh College. Fair enough. They are NCCAA, by the way, is this Pensacola Christian team. 2 NCCAA All-Americans on this squad in Joy Smith and Jessica Boyd. Into the circle to tip off Marley Moore and Angela Grant. Ball hammered out by Grant, controlled by number 10, Joy Smith, the aforementioned NCCAA All-American. She'll be met by Nicole Shirley at the top of the key. Passes off left side. Sandy McElhaney brings around the top back to Ashton Welburn. Welburn looks to dump it down low. Denied in there by Kayla Key. Loose ball gathered by Pensacola. Layup up. Rims out. No good. Rebound Angela Grant. That's 1.
That is 1, and we'll say that a lot tonight.
Ashlyn Atkins had a look, gave it up, passed it over to Grant, down to Colson, and it is rejected and rebounded by Ashton Welburn. Here comes Pensacola. McElhaney, right wing, back up top, swings it around. Look at the ball movement from Pensacola. Top of the key, McElhaney. She'll threaten, goes low block. Grant looks to deny her, but no. It's a 2-pointer up and good by Sandy McElhaney. And right into the press.
Pensacola giving Faulkner a lot of trouble with this press to begin with.
Long pass from Shirley out of bounds and a turnover by Faulkner. Inbound forthcoming to Ashton Welburn. And she'll knock it right back to Joy Smith. Smith to Welburn. Looking for someone. She finds the 6'2" center Marley Moore. McElhaney threatens left side, gives it back up to Joy Smith. Shot clock 13. Smith puts it up, no good. Rebound controlled by Grant. That's 2 thus far, shooter. Here comes Nicole Shirley across the timeline. Right wing gives it up, but not before she walked.
Had something else in mind, and the Pensacola defense shut it off, and she drug that foot.
Shirley looking like she's shaking the cobwebs out right now. Her first playing time of the season.
You've got to expect that. Her getting used to everyone else, and everybody else getting used to her being back in the lineup.
Absolutely.
At the beginning of the year.
We're going to get a foul against.
Illegal screen on Pensacola.
Yep, number 2, Sandy McElhaney picks up the foul.
Pensacola jumps back into that 1-2-2 press.
Left wing, Atkins, long 3. Yes! Ashlyn Atkins has stayed hot. She got hot in Coleman Coliseum and ain't slowed down yet.
You said it. Over the weekend tournament, coming into the night, she's averaging 58% from the three-point line.
That, my friend, is pretty good.
That's pretty good.
The pass down low, bucket up and good by Jessica Boyd. Lead is 4-3 for Pensacola Christian. Olivia Colson, left wing, Kayla Key. She'll threaten back to Atkins. Nobody on her. That ain't good for Pensacola. It touches every part of the inside of the rim. Shirley grabs the rebound and gets fouled.
It's a good rebound there by Shirley to control the possession.
I don't think that rim knew she's shooting 58%.
I don't think it did either. The way that rolled around and just lipped out, it's not the home roll.
No. Ball will be inbounded underneath the basket by Nicole Shirley. She sends it out to Atkins. Actually, it'll go into the backcourt. Atkins will chase it down, and she'll have to bring it all the way back up. Extending the defense all the way out is Joy Smith, but she'll give her space to get back across the timeline. Shirley, right wing, down to Grant. Gets on that pivot foot, puts it up and good. That's going to be hard to stop.
Extremely hard to stop. As well as she is on the post, she's a monster down there.
Absolutely. Left wing is number 25, Jessica Boyd. Sends it up to Moore, top of the key, dumps it down low. Nicole Shirley, active hands, deflects the pass. Still control Pensacola, long three, no good. Rebound, Ashlyn Atkins to Nicole Shirley, leading the break. She'll send it right wing, Kayla Key pulls it back, Ashlyn Atkins, she'll pop it. Yes, sir! I'm going to tell you, like, if you're a member of the Faulkner student body and you're on campus and you don't come out to the smoke show that is Ashlyn Atkins shooting, I don't understand what you're doing with your life, and we probably can't be friends.
That was deep NBA range right there.
That was NBA range. Like, we've been seeing this. She does not step up to the women's line. She does not step up to the men's line. She's shooting it from just inside the volleyball line.
She's catch and shoot.
It's incredible the run that she's on right now, David. You've got the numbers in front of you. You talked about she's shooting 58% from three coming into this one. With 7 of 12 through 2 games, she's now 9 of 15 from three on the season.
I think Coach Sutton would live with that.
Yeah, I think he'd take it. Inbound pass coming from underneath. It'll go to McElhaney.
Faulkner jumping into a press itself. Let's see if this can cause some turnovers.
8-4 Faulkner lead with 6:39 to go in the opening quarter of play. Jessica Boyd sends it back around to Welburn. She looks to dump it down to the post. Knocked free by Angela Grant. Here comes Ashlyn Atkins with the basketball. She'll send it Nicole Shirley, left wing, back up top. Kayla Key, she's got to pull that, and she does, and it's good. And, David, we talked about her over the weekend. If she can get comfortable catching and shooting there, this is a deadly Faulkner team.
It is, and that was a good sign to see her just pull that shot tonight. We saw her the weekend. She was a little hesitant on those kinds of open looks. So it's good to see her just have that confidence and go ahead and take the shot.
Absolutely. You're going to get the ball knocked out of bounds here. It'll go to Faulkner. It'll be triggered in by Liv Colson. A line change over here for Pensacola Christian. I've got Hannah Sailors in the game, Eva Hardy, number 5, Lauren Alvarez, Ashton Welburn still on, and I'm looking for the 5th. We'll find her in a minute. That's number 22, Haley Sailors. All right, Liv Colson with the basketball. Head fake, drives in. A lot of contact, and they'll call it on the Pensacola Christian.
Blocking foul on number 5, Lauren Alvarez. 5'7" guard from Jacksonville, Florida, freshman.
A much different looking lineup that's come in off the bench for Pensacola Christian. You had a lot of height among the starters, not so much right now. Number 12 into the game, Valentina Clocker. She inbounds the basketball. Also, number 34, Michaela Fasanik has checked in. Shirley threatens, passes off to Fasanik. Thought about it, drove in, put it up. You're going to get a 3 in the key call against Faulkner. And as Reed Sutton shouts to his young freshman, now you know. Don't hang out there in the post. Ball inbounded to number 22, Haley Sailors. She brings it across the timeline. Face up with Nicole Shirley.
Faulkner setting up man-to-man defense here.
Hannah Sailors with the basketball, sends it low post. You're going to get a whistle underneath. All right, David, I haven't done the proper research here, but Hannah Sailors and Haley Sailors, both seniors, both from Nebo, North Carolina. I'm going twin sisters here.
You would think.
Layup by Marley Moore is good. It's going to cut it to 11-6 with 5:23 to go in the opening quarter of play. Shirley dumps it down low to Colson. Colson gets working back to the basket, goes right hand up and in. Good move. That is number 30, Liv Colson, 5'7" freshman from Summit High School in Thompson Station, Tennessee. The handoff here to number 22, Haley Sailors. She'll drive in, ball knocked free by Colson, picked up by number 5, Lauren Alvarez. Right wing, 3 attempt, no good. A lot of contact underneath. Valentina Clocker and Michaela Fasanik hit the deck. Second foul on number 5, Lauren Alvarez. Subs aplenty for Faulkner. Deanne Thompson comes in, as does number 11, Megan Wilkinson, and I saw one more, number 22, Kimberly Horton, into the ball game. Wilkinson passes off Thompson. A lot of pressure, passes off Horton, drives around to the right side. Fasanic back to Horton. Horton drives, kicks it right wing. Wilkinson back up top. Valentina Clocker for three, no good. Rebound controlled by Pensacola's number 15, Hannah Sailors. Sailors gives it up to her sister, presumably. I haven't done the proper research. I can't back that up.
We'll go with that till we're told differently. How about it?
That may be the world's greatest tag team. Ball picked up by number 33, Marley Moore. She'll bring it around toward the free throw line and kick it back out to Haley Sailor. Shot clock at 5, 4, 3, 2. They're going to have to get it off quick, and they do. No good. Rebound, Michaela Fasanic off front iron. Fasanic across the timeline. Out to Wilkinson. Dumps it down low. Deflected by Moore out of bounds. It'll stay with Faulkner.
It's a way to get back on defense by Moore right there. Knock that ball out. Let them set up. Pensacola jumping in man-to-man as well.
Ball will be inbounded by Wilkinson.
They've been active defensively, looking to swat the ball away and create some loose balls by Faulkner.
Clocker down low, Fasanic. Backs her down, one dribble, puts it up, no good. Rebound number 3, Eva Hardy. Hardy across the timeline. Fasanic defends, gets a little aggressive. Left wing, 3, no. Rebound, Horton. Faulkner coming the other way. Horton to Wilkinson. Steps up, takes one dribble and puts it up. Faulkner lighting it up from 3 right now. That's 4 as a team. Wilkinson, the aggressive defense, top of the key. Pensacola Christian reset, sends it left wing. Eva Hardy working with the basketball. She'll threaten, right hand, good. Nice shot on the runner. Wilkinson, Fasanic, right wing. Now puts her head down and goes. Gets it in and one. The old-fashioned three-point play.
Fantastic hesitation and then take it to the bucket with a dribble right there. Good layup, good move.
Michaela Fasanic, the 5'8" freshman guard from Troy by way of St. James School. Clocker checks out. Angela Grant checks back in. Horton will come out. Enter Cassidy Bonebreak, the transfer from Crawfordsville, Indiana, University of Montevallo. Fasanic with a three-pointer a chance at a three-point play forthcoming. One dribble puts it up and good. 19-8 is the Faulkner lead with 2:54 to go in the first. Fasanic comes out. In checks Laura Jones from Bonifay, Florida. Left wing, dribbles around the top, passes it back off to Marley Moore. Marley Moore puts it on the floor. Grant staying with her. They say she got her with the body. The block was clean. I think they got her with that right hand, David.
Yeah, I think they got her with the right hand or with the lower body, getting into her a little bit. But you're right, that the block was clean. That's Grant's first tonight, and as we remember the second game of the tournament, she fouled out in what appeared to be to us and a lot of people a bad call.
I mean, it was a horse collar. It's just not against her. Like the fifth foul on Angela Grant in the game against Life was a 15-yard penalty, but not against that team. Mm-hmm. So the free throw second is good. 19-9 is the lead for Faulkner. Top of the key, Deanne Thompson. Left wing, Cassidy Bonebreak. Little hesitation move, brings it back out, sends it over to Deanne Thompson. Down low, Angela Grant powers it in and good.
There again we see the post work by Angela Grant, just how smooth she is, able to work that post.
There's the ball sent down to number 33, Marley Moore. It's now not free. It'll go to Faulkner. First time this year, Morgan Sykes checks into the game. Sykes, a very popular player among her teammates, 5'10" senior forward from Morven, Georgia. believe this is, Carter, correct me if I'm wrong, this is her first varsity action. Nicole Shirley with the basketball, hands it off Cassidy Bonebreak. Bonebreak right wing, and we'll get a whistle underneath and send it back the other way. Faulkner's had a few of those in the early going of the season.
They have, as part of that young team, that they've got to learn some of those things, how to prep, get position in the post, and get out.
Long three, no good. Rebound, Ashton Welburn. Put back off the glass, yes.
Put back by Ashton Welburn.
Cassidy Bonebreak, one move, back out to Nicole Shirley. Shirley brings it around the right, picks up a big screen from Angela Grant, dumps it off. Bonebreak with the basketball. Down low to Grant, puts the body in her and puts it up.
Good entry pass there by Bonebreak, and Grant just does her thing.
David, you get the feeling every time you watch her play, she can score as many as she wants to, depending on how they need the points.
It feels that way every time she's on the court.
Down low, drives right into Grant, and she'll be called for a walk. She hit the wall, and the wall didn't flinch.
Good position by Grant, not to move her feet, get the foul called. 23-11 Faulkner with 58 seconds left.
That little sequence would have made for a great 5-hour energy commercial. Pass off to the right, Laura Jones. Thought about popping it. Now she'll dump it down low to Grant. One dribble, power move off the side of the backboard. Rebound by Ashton Welburn. On the break comes Pensacola Christian, down 12 in the closing moments of the opening quarter. The three is good. Haley Sailors lead down to 9. Nicole Shirley across the timeline. Contact, no call. Right wing, Laura Jones, head fake, steps back out. Nicole Shirley, right corner three, no. Rebound up, grabbed by Ashton Welburn. Here comes Haley Sailors again with the basketball. Ill intent in mind, right hand, no good. Cassidy Bonebreak with the board. 12 seconds in the quarter. Shirley will press the pace. She'll bring it across the top of the key, take it down low, and contact. And she'll pick up the call.
Blocking foul will be on number 25 for Pensacola, Jessica Boyd, the 5'7" senior from Ararat, Virginia.
To the free throw line goes Nicole Shirley with 6.7 left in this opening quarter of play. It's 23-14 lead for Faulkner. Shirley's first free throw off front iron, no good. That her first attempt of the season. Grant checks out, Clocker checks in. And Shirley's second free throw, left iron, no good.
30.
They'll call, I'm guessing, a lane violation because they waved everything off. Ball never touched the rim. There it is, Reed Sutton helping me out there.
At least coach is paying attention.
Look, Reed knows, man. Like, I'm just glad he wants to coach because he'd be better at my job than I am. 23-14 is the lead, 4.7 to go in the opening quarter. The inbound comes from in front of their own bench. Haley Sailors presses the pace, sends it up the floor. They'll get the three off at the buzzer, no good. 23-14 is the lead. Faulkner over Pensacola Christian at the end of one. This is the Faulkner Sports Network presentation of Faulkner Lady Eagle basketball. Major changes coming for Faulkner here as we start the second quarter of play. Michaela Fasanik, Ashlyn Atkins, Deanne Thompson, Kayla Key, and Liv Colson in there. So a completely different five than ended the previous quarter. Faulkner up 23-14 as we ready to start this second frame. Fasanik with the basketball, loses it momentarily, gathers, passes off Atkins left wing, Deanne Thompson left wing. She'll go back down to the corner to Atkins. Up top, Fasanik. Shooters aplenty. Fasanik drives and can't get the runner to go. Had a good look, though.
Great look by Fasanik. It's a good take to to the basket. Draw the foul. If you can't get the bucket, at least you can try to get two from the line.
All right, David, as Michaela Fasanik steps to the free throw line, we'll hit you with some leaders. 6 points for Angela Grant, 6 points for Ashlyn Atkins. Anything else jump out at you early?
That's pretty much the big thing right now is just we've got those two going so far. It's kind of been a balanced attack from Pensacola for their points to this point at this point of the game.
Fasanik makes both free throws. It's a 25-14 lead now for Faulkner. Marley Moore, entry pass denied by Liv Colson. You say this about this Faulkner team, David. It's early. We don't know what they're going to be, but I can tell you that none of these freshmen are lazy.
No, they're not. They're out playing hard defensively, and just one thing that we're seeing tonight that we saw it Saturday, but not the entire game. They're really working defensively. They're hustling. They're trying to create some havoc on this defensive end of the floor.
A discussion between Deanne Thompson and the official, and Deanne Thompson is sent to the bench. So Valentina Clocker checks in. Pass in, long one to the top of the key, and they'll set things up. It is Joy Smith handling the point guard duties. Tried to hand it off to Haley Saylor. Now she'll dump it down low to a cutting teammate. They missed 2 looks at it, and Ashlyn Atkins comes away with a rebound. Atkins presses the pace. Fasanik, right corner. Had a look, didn't take it. Dumps it down to Colson. Turnaround left hand, no. Rebound put back, yes. So Colson gathers her own miss.
Way to follow your shot there, Miss Colson.
Ball top of the key. She'll send it over right wing to number 22, Haley Saylors. And a foul on the floor. It'll be called against Ashlyn Atkins. 8:56 to go in the second quarter, 27-14 lead. Faulkner over Pensacola Christian. I'm going to praise him continually over the course of the season, but a big shout out to our Faulkner Sports Network crew doing yeoman's work for us this year.
Deanne Thompson coming in for Valentina Clocker.
Inbound comes from Lauren Alvarez, nearly stolen. Joy Smith comes away with it. She drives, kicks it out, baseline, jumper, good, off the hand of Ashton Welburn. Welburn, a 5'10 senior from Tuscaloosa. Left wing, Fasanik drives, up and good.
Nice.
29-16 is the lead off the runner from Fasanik. She's having a good night to this point. Already with 7 points. A long 3 is good from Sandy McElhaney. So 29-19 now the lead. Atkins pushes the basketball. Liv Colson, pull up 3, no. Bounces around for a while. Rebound controlled by Ashton Welburn. Joy Smith across the timeline sends it to Lauren Alvarez. They'll reset everything up top, send it right wing back to Smith. Smith face up with Fasanik. Sends it over to Marley Moore. Moore looking for an entry pass. Nope, she'll go back top of the key, Welburn. Welburn defended by Thompson. Goes left wing McElhaney. Her drive and an up and under move, and you'll get a foul call on the floor. McElhaney, a 5'10 freshman from Athens, Tennessee. You're going to get a timeout by Faulkner. We'll take it with them. This is the Faulkner Sports Network presentation of Faulkner Lady Eagle basketball. All right, basketball inbounded underneath Pensacola Christian. Long pass, got to the referee, and then the bench. Neither one of those are eligible. That's out of bounds, and Faulkner will take over.
The foul before the stoppage was on number 2, Kayla Key of Faulkner.
Left wing, Michaela Fasanik. She drives baseline, kick out, no good. And here comes Pensacola Christian. A lot of contact underneath. Atkins picks up her second. I think it was a good call.
That's a good call by the ref. She didn't have her feet set. Good thought by Atkins, but not able to get it done.
$7:27 to go in the second quarter. It's now a 29-21 lead. Pensacola Christian whittling away at this deficit. Free throw up, no good there. Rebound put back, no. Blocked and rebounded by Liv Colson. So she gets a block and a board in one fell swoop. Left wing, Kayla Key sends it back to Colson up top. Colson goes around to the right, hands off Fasanik. Pulls the three, no good. Rebound, Kayla Key. She dribbles it back out. Fought hard for that board.
She really did.
Fasanik lowers the shoulder and drives, no good. Rebound by number 33, Marley Moore. Moore gets it across the timeline to McElhaney. McElhaney looking for some help. She'll hand it back out to Lauren Alvarez. Alvarez working against Colson, comes around, hands it off to Joy Smith. Joy Smith around the elbow, kicks it back out McElhaney. She pulls the three, yes. Now down to a 5-point Faulkner lead. Across the timeline is Ashlyn Atkins. Nicole Shirley will check in at the next stoppage. Atkins three, no good. Long rebound chased down by Fasanik. She'll step up, pass it off to Key. Key comes around left side. Atkins again. Doesn't pull it this time. Sends it back out to Key. Key works around to the right, passes low block Colson. She's got to kick it out. Atkins for three. No. Long rebound comes to Lauren Alvarez. Alvarez across the timeline.
They missed the shot, but that's great ball movement by the Lady Eagles there.
Deflected by Fasanik, and here she goes in the open court. She'll pull up three. No good. Rebound goes to Colson. Pivot foot. No. It'll be controlled by McElhaney. Finally, she'll bring it up the far side. Thing I like, David, they're not afraid to pull it.
They're not tonight. They're just coming down and they're taking the open shot, which you really got to like.
Atkins, good defense. The drive in, and now hand off to Moore. Moore pull up from the free throw line, no good. Rebound, Liv Colson. Colson to Atkins. Across the timeline. She'll set and now give to Colson. Colson, right side, back to Atkins, around the volleyball lines, resets everything with the shot clock at 16. Atkins makes her approach, picks her screen. She wants the one from Thompson. Drives in, lays it up, no good. Rebound, Liv Colson. Colson called for shot clock. I'm going to get a conversation here.
Resetting the shot clock to 8 seconds. The ball didn't hit the rim there.
Got it. Shot clock reset to 8. Liv Colson lucky to not get called for a walk before he flagged it.
Very lucky.
You're going to get a line change on the reset of the shot clock. You don't see that out very often. Inbound to Angela Grant. Backs her down, left hand, turn around. That's the Angela Grant special.
That is. That took 2 seconds off the shot clock.
Yes, it did. Across the timeline is Smith. Hands it off. Now back up top of the key. First time we've been able to talk about Grace Imdeck. Imdeck with the basketball. She'll hand it off to a cutter coming around her. That's Hannah Sailors. You're going to get a foul on the floor against Kimberly Horton. 24-31. So they've cut this deficit down to 7. It at one point was at 12. Around to the right goes Imdeck, sends it back up top, Marley Moore. Marley Moore goes right wing to Eva Hardy. Hardy brings it around, defended closely by Wilkinson. They'll dump it low block. Imdeck back across to Joy Smith. Shot clock at 10. Smith pull up three, no. Long rebound, chased down by nobody at all. It goes out and goes to Faulkner.
One thing I'm noticing tonight that it's a little different than what we saw Saturday. This Faulkner group looks confident tonight.
Absolutely. 31-24, the advantage for Faulkner as Shirley brings it across the timeline. She'll hand it off now to Horton. Horton down low to Grant. Grant kicks it out to Wilkinson. Wilkinson drives, runner no good. Rebound to Mdeck. Mdeck outlet pass Joy Smith. She'll lead the break. Right wing, handoff. Now Joy Smith back with the basketball. Comes around top of the key. Face up with Nicole Shirley. Sends it left wing, controlled by Eva Hardy. Hardy attacks, pulls up, no good. Rebound, Angela Grant. I think that's 4 for her. 3 for Angela Grant.
In a sea of jerseys, it's number 4 for Faulkner that comes out with the ball.
When in doubt, it's Grant. Clocker, top of the key, dumps it down. Angela Grant kicks it out. Megan Wilkinson, the shot, no good. David, I know the shot didn't go, but if they're going to run their offense that way based off her post, they're going to beat a lot of teams.
Yeah, I mean, that's Grant being a little, maybe even too hesitant with the post moves there, but she's looking out for her teammates, trying to get them the ball.
See, I think a lot of that's by design because she's established herself down there already.
I'm sure it is.
And you get those kickouts to shooters, man. You don't see a lot of inside-out basketball at this level like that.
You don't, and she's good enough. You get the ball to her in the post, the defense is going to start crashing around her, and she's a good enough passer. As we've just seen, she can kick the ball out to get an open look.
Yeah.
That can be a really effective offense.
If you see smoke on the screen, it's coming from the ears of Carter Moles as there's been line changes on both sides. He's trying to figure out who's in the game. Grace Mdeck with the basketball. She sends it over to Joy Smith. Joy Smith drives, runner, no. Rebound, loose, controlled Liv Colson. She gives it off to Nicole Shirley. She's across the timeline. She'll drive, kick out to Atkins, up top to Colson. She'll go left side, kick out to Cassidy Bonebreak. Back down low to Colson. Colson works around to the right, no good. Rebound controlled Ashton Welburn. 2:25 and counting, still a 7-point Faulkner lead as we draw nigh to halftime. Joy Smith with the basketball. She works against Shirley. Hands off to Welburn. Welburn puts it on the floor, falls down. A fight for the ball. Jump ball. Nice job by Clocker to get down after that.
Good hustle to see the offensive player fall down, not get the foul, so jump on the ball, at least try to get something out of it.
Ball will be inbounded by Joy Smith. Horton checks in, Atkins checks out. Smith is repositioned. She'll be defended by Nicole Shirley on the inbound. It goes into Haley Sailors. Back over to Joy Smith. Joy Smith back out Eva Hardy. Hardy, right wing, shot clock. They forgot about the shot clock when they inbounded it.
They did.
Can't blame them, I did too. 1:58 to go in the opening half. It's a 7-point Faulkner lead. Inbound will come from Colson to Shirley. Clocker, Horton, and Bonebreaker, the other three on the floor for the Eagles. Colson with the basketball, dumps it down to Clocker. Clocker, one dribble, turnaround, no good. Rebound controlled by Faulkner and a foul.
Clocker with good position in the post, and credit Nicole Shirley there following that shot and getting the rebound and a foul call on Pensacola.
Foul on number 22 for Pensacola. That's Haley Sailors. Clocker feeds it to Bonebreak. Bonebreak to Horton. She pulls the three. No good. Rebound tipped alive by Clocker. Put back, no good. Colson rebound, put back, no. Clocker rebound, put back, no, and a foul. So you got two Clocker rebounds, you got a Colson rebound, and somewhere in there Carter Moles said, oh, dear heaven. I think he's caught up now.
The Eagles just dominating the offensive board.
We don't get to talk about him on our broadcast. We're hoping at some point you'll get to hear him on the broadcast, but big shout out to our man Marquise Grays, who played years here for Faulkner and has decided to contribute to his school here in his 5th year by being our eyes for Carter Moles. He is our caller for stats, and that's big time. Clocker's second free throw is forthcoming. Trying to stretch this lead just a little bit with 90 seconds left before the half. Bends her knees and shoots, and it's good. 32-24, Faulkner leads. Clocker checks out. Deani Thompson checks in. Joy Smith with the basketball across the timeline. She'll approach. Hand off to Kimberly Horton. Horton back over. You get a foul call on the floor against Deani Thompson. That is her first. Now 5 against Faulkner, so you're going to be in the bonus here. 2 free throw attempts from Pensacola Christian. Grace Imdeck's first one misses. Second attempt from Imdeck. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Nicole Shirley. Leads the break to Bone Break. Bone Break to Thompson. Back out to Horton. Weaves it around, looks, pulls up, and now to Thompson for 3. No. Rebound high, controlled by Imdeck. She'll kick the outlet out to Sailors. Sailors right wing goes up top to Imdeck. Imdeck left wing. That is Hardy. Hardy back to Sailors. Sailors right wing. Imdeck no. Rebound Nicole Shirley. 45 seconds to go in the half. Shirley to Bone Break. Bone Break back to Thompson. Thompson down low to Grant. Right hand, yes, she's got 10. Not even a power dribble that time.
Not even a dribble. Pretty easy looking down there in the post for Angela Grant.
3-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Sailors left wing. She'll drive and run into, we'll see who she ran into there. It's on number 22, Kimberly Horton. I believe that's her second. It is. 34-24 is the Faulkner lead with 20.8 to go. If there's anything good that comes out of that foul, it's that Faulkner's going to get another possession if they can rebound a missed free throw. First one, no good.
Should be able to kill this first half with that 20 seconds remaining if they choose to do so.
Shirley checks out. Fasanik checks in. Ashton Welburn just comes in. Imdeck checks out for Pensacola Christian. Sailor's second attempt up, back iron, no good. Angela Grant the rebound. She's fouled. So Grant with her 4th rebound. Ashton Welburn picks up the foul. That's only 4, so no free throws for Faulkner. 19.3 to work with. Deani Thompson will inbound underneath her own goal to Cassidy Bone Break. Not a true point guard in the game right now for Faulkner, so Bone Break slides over to take that role. Bone Break makes her approach. 8 seconds left in the half. It's stolen by Pensacola Christian. They've got numbers. Sailors forces the contact, kicks it back. Hardy's look no good. Eva Hardy shot it and missed it, and the rebound wasn't controlled before the buzzer, and we go to the half. 34-24, Faulkner leads Pensacola Christian. Hang out about 10 minutes or so. We'll come back to recap this first half. Get you set for the second. This is the Faulkner Sports Network presentation of Faulkner Lady Eagle basketball. Just about ready to tip off the second half here at Tyne Davis Gymnasium in Montgomery, Alabama, where the Faulkner University Lady Eagles lead Pensacola Christian 34-14. A little over 2 minutes left in the intermission period. So, David, first half trends. What have you noticed as you look over the numbers and sort of put that with what you saw with your own eyes?
Biggest first half trend for me is the rebounds. Faulkner has a 25-18 edge through the first half, and you could kind of see that. Grant has 4 of those rebounds, but Olivia Colson has 6 rebounds in the first half.
Yeah.
So she was a big part of what they're doing on the board.
And in limited time, Valentina Clocker grabbed a couple on one possession. And, that's one of the things that jumps at me while you're talking about rebounds. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different girls that have a rebound.
Everybody's hitting the boards and doing some work. And on that same note, the assists.
Yeah.
Faulkner has 9 through this first half, 3 of those by Nicole Shirley as she returns to action here. So that's a good news for her to be able to come in first game, move the ball, and have those assists to Pensacola Christian's 3 assists.
Yeah, and to your point, 6 different Faulkner players have registered an assist to this point, which means it's not just coming from one place. Everybody's moving the basketball. Free throws, I think, are a big part of this game right now. It's a 10-point game, and Pensacola Christian has shot a $143 from the free throw line. Still higher than Chris Davis's batting average, but not good enough to make a dent in this ball game. They are down 10.
It's only 50 points higher than his batting average. Leave the man alone.
Hey, Chris Davis is he's a saint, maybe. I don't know. We didn't have these numbers before the game, but our ace stat guy, Carter Moles, pulled them for us, and now he's taking them away. So there they are. Jessica Boyd had 16 points against Welsh College. Joy Smith had 15. Lauren Alvarez had 10. So those are your players in double figures in the opener. The leader right now is Sandy McElhaney with 8. Angela Grant leads Faulkner with 10. We're going to reset it here. Back to 10 minutes on the game clock, 30 on the shot clock, inbound from Kayla Key, and we're underway in the second half.
Same starting lineups for both teams that they began the game with.
Dumps it down to Nicole Shirley. Left block, it was deflected. Actually, I would give the block there to number 25 of Pensacola Christian, Jessica Boyd. She knocked it out of Shirley's hands as she went up with it.
It should have been the foul to number 25 on Pensacola, but they gave it the tip away or block, whatever have you.
Marley Moore does get the foul. Angela Grant to the line, misses the first one. Second free throw forthcoming from Angela Grant. Of course, a 6'2" freshman from Hoover. Rebound, misses the second free throw. Rebound goes off the hands of Shirley and out of bounds.
Faulkner comes down in that man-to-man defense beginning the half.
Dumps it down low. One dribble, puts it up, no good. The attempt was from Jessica Boyd.
It will remain Pensacola ball. Atkins tipped it out.
34-24, 9:29 to go here in the third quarter of play. Boyd will rebound from underneath her own basket. Shirley deflects it out of bounds. They'll reset it again. 2 gentlemen with very long hair recovered that ball for Faulkner and got it back into the officials. Ball comes in to Sandy McElhaney. She works around the top of the key, sends it off left wing to Joy Smith. Smith face up with Shirley. She'll give it up to Ashton Welburn. Welburn out to Marley Moore. Moore over to Jessica Boyd. Boyd out to Joy Smith, pulls the 3, good. So it's back down to 7. Faulkner's led by as many as 13. Shirley with the ball across the timeline.
And Smith last year shot 28% from the three-point line for this Pensacola team.
Shirley working against Boyd, and you're going to get a hand check call here on Boyd. So already 2 quick ones on Pensacola Christian. Inbounded to Shirley from Colson. Shirley around the left-hand side, hands it off to Key. Key looking for some room, finds Angela Grant. Right wing, Ashlyn Atkins thought about it, didn't do it. Back to Liv Colson, dumps it down low to Grant, off glass, good. She's got 12.
Great feed by Liv Colson to get the ball into the post to Grant.
Yeah, how about the way Grant flashed across the paint that time? Good movement without the basketball.
We've talked about it, and we'll talk about it, I'm sure, a lot more about Grant. It's just her knowledge of the game, her instinct.
Shirley with a rebound off that miss. She'll lead the break and quicken the pace. She will threaten left wing, dumps it off to Colson, kicks it out. Key, 3, no. Rebound controlled by Shirley, looking to fight for the basketball. Sends it off to Atkins. She'll send it down low. Colson, one dribble, back out. Nope, to Grant. Deflected away. Shirley fighting for the loose ball. We're going to get a foul call. A collision, they'll call it on Pensacola Christian's number 33, Marley Moore.
Colson tried to force that pass in a little late, had the window for Grant open there in the post, and just a little late on it.
The developing story here in the third quarter is that's already 3 fouls just over 2 minutes into this quarter. Grant puts that one up right in, good. She's got 14. It'll be inbounded underneath the basket by Joyce Smith. She'll send it in to Ashton Welburn and get it right back. 7:41 and counting in the third. The lead's back to 11. Ashlyn Atkins gets tied up down there on the floor fighting for the ball. Liv knocks it loose. It'll go left wing. Nice closeout by Key. The shot misses. Nicole Shirley with another rebound. She's got 7. Shirley to Atkins. She pulls it. The bench rises. Not this time. Liv Colson rips down the board. But it doesn't count. Well, she gets the board, and then there's the foul on the floor. That's 4 fouls on Pensacola Christian. 1 more. We're shooting free throws for the rest of the quarter.
That one on Ashton Welborn.
A timeout, Pensacola Christian. We'll take it with them. 38-27, Faulkner leads. 7:15 to go in the frame. This is the Faulkner Sports Network presentation of Faulkner Lady Eagle basketball. $7:15 to go in the third quarter of play. Faulkner leads 38-27. Inbound coming underneath the basket from Nicole Shirley to Ashlyn Atkins. She gives it Liv Colson. She pulls it from just inside the three-point line. No good. Rebound, number 25, Jessica Boyd, coming the other direction. Across the timeline is Boyd. Boyd face up with Shirley. Passes it off to Smith. Smith threatens. She'll come all the way around left block and lose the basketball out of bounds. So not the possession you wanted from Pensacola Christian coming out of a timeout. Nicole Shirley calls the set. She'll bring it across the timeline. She's yet to score, but she's got 7 boards and 3 assists. Now she drives in, and she's blocked by Marley Moore, and that's foul number 5 on Pensacola Christian.
Back to Shirley. She's been incredibly active the entire game, defensively and offensively, getting this team and setting its offense and getting good open looks for these Faulkner Eagles.
Shirley's going to go to the line. We've got a developing situation with the fouls. First free throw, Nicole Shirley is in the scorebook for the first time this season. We've got a developing situation with fouls for Pensacola Christian, and I think it's going to affect lineup change here. Marley Moore's got 4 on her, and a couple other Pensacola Christian players have 3. We'll update you in a minute. Shirley with that free throw. Welburn and Boyd each also have 3 for Pensacola Christian. Ball deflected by Key, but Joy Smith picks it up. Smith kicks it out. Step up from Alvarez, no good. Rebound Smith, turn around. Angela Grant, return to sender. Nicole Shirley comes up with a loose ball, feeds Atkins. She'll pull it up, feed Grant. Grant, power move, up, yes! The assist to Atkins, the shot by Grant after the block on the other end. Good heavens, she's fun to watch.
She really is.
42-27 is the lead for Faulkner. The pass comes out to Welburn. She'll send it to Joy Smith. She'll pull the 3. Yes. Lead back down to 12. 5:54 to go in the third. Nicole Shirley quickens the pace. Long pass, Kayla Key. She drives baseline, and you'll get a foul call on the floor. Faulkner will shoot 2 the rest of the third.
Fouls on number 22, Haley Sailors.
That's her first. That is the 14th total foul on Pensacola Christian. Key shot up and good, 43-30. David, you talked about Kayla Key at halftime. There's not a lot that just jumps at you on the stat sheet except for the fact that she checks every box.
She absolutely does. She's going to get you rebounds. She's going to get you assists, move the ball. She's going to play good, hard defense. And we've seen that again tonight. She hits the second free throw there as well. She's just one of those glue players that are key to every team.
I see what you did there. Key is key to every team. I understand it. Second free throw went. 44-30 is the lead for Faulkner with 5:48 to go in the third. Eagles jump into a press here, and you're going to get a quick reach in and a contact foul. It'll be called on Michaela Fasanic.
Completely unintentional on that, by the way.
That was her on the pun? No.
Yeah.
The first on Fasanic, by the way. Inbound comes into number 22, Haley Sailors. She'll try to get it across the timeline. Has a hard time holding on to the basketball. Regathers. Now sends it up to Imdeck. Imdeck over to Welburn. Welburn face up with Colson looking for an entry pass. Not going to find one. Shot clock at 15. Smith trying to get it back out of there. Alvarez, touch pass. The three-pointer good from Haley Sailors, and it's back to 11. Across the timeline is Shirley. Feeds Fasanic. She lowers her head and drives, and there's contact and a clear foul on Alvarez. Alvarez had her hands in the air, but not till after she'd hip-checked Fasanic. That one's not allowed.
We're not playing hockey?
No.
Oh.
Not allowed. Fasanic steps to the line. She's got 7 on the night, 2 boards. 1 dribble. And the former St. James star has 8 after that free throw.
And Fasanic's been one of those players off the bench that's had a really good night for this Faulkner team. I believe she had 7 at the half.
Look, if you asked me who's shown the most improvement tonight versus 2 nights ago, I think it's Fasanic. She looks a lot more comfortable than she did over the weekend. She kind of had happy feet over the weekend, but the game's come down to her now.
It really has. She's looked extremely good and composed tonight.
Second free throw was good for Fasanic. Quick break for Pensacola Christian. They get the easy layup, cut it right back to 11. Wilkinson across the timeline with the basketball to Fasanic, feeds it down low to Clocker. Power dribble, then passes back out to Horton. Over to Wilkinson, right wing Fasanic, 3, no good. Rebound by Thompson. She's called for the travel.
Pensacola Christian lined up in a 2-3 zone this possession and trying to maybe slow down some of these shooters from Faulkner.
Inbound will come to Smith off her leg, out of bounds, so a turnover on Joy Smith. The ball goes to Faulkner. Thompson, or rather Clocker, will throw it in from under her own goal. Catches a cutting Thompson, out to Wilkinson, but a travel. So Thompson with the turnover. Ball goes to Pensacola Christian. They're down 11 with 4:44 to go in the third.
Faulkner's going to jump back in this full court man press, see if they can create some turnovers here on this Pensacola team.
Joy Smith dribbles through traffic, kicks it out to Sailors. She'll drive baseline. Her pass can't be handled by Welburn. She'll gather it. Back out to Smith. They'll reset in the half court. Smith over to Sailors. Sailors face up with Horton, her number's sake. Drives baseline, push off, no call. Feeds Imdeck. Imdeck kicks it back out to Sailors for three. No good. Rebound Clocker. 4:17 to go in the quarter. Wilkinson across the timeline. She'll drive, kick out. Fasanic thought about it. She puts it on the deck. And look at the up and under move. Doesn't go, but what a move. Clocker gets the cheap foul.
Nice scoop by Fasanic there. Almost got it go in.
Yeah, you're really starting to see her offensive arsenal a little bit. And when these shots start falling, she's going to be a really special player for Faulkner.
Looks like she can kind of be that spark plug off the bench that's needed.
Ball passed in against this full court press. Eva Hardy with it working against Horton. She'll send it right back to Jessica Boyd. So the full court man-to-man from Faulkner, at least causing some issues. Boyd hands it off to Hardy. Hardy out to Imdeck. Imdeck gives it to Hope Baker, but it's deflected. Ball will stay with Pensacola Christian. They're not going to guard the inbound. Baker throws it in, handled by Boyd. Boyd back to Baker. Baker works it around to Welburn. Welburn to the right, hand off to Baker. She drives, a lot of traffic, and they're going to get a foul call, presumably against Thompson. It is. Deani Thompson with her second. No Eagle has more than two. Hope Baker's free throw forthcoming, 3:34 to go in the third. That first one is good, cuts the lead to 10 again. Faulkner has had some chances to pull away completely here, David, but not quite able to string possessions together. The lead is now 9.
They have. It seems they get the ball up to lead up to 10, 11, 12. They get a little turnover prone, turn the ball over a couple times, and Pensacola gets right back in it.
And on cue, there's another turnover. Coming the other way is Eva Hardy. Horton steals it back. She brings it back around, finds Clocker flashing post. She goes up with it, no good. Rebound fought for. Clocker's got it. And a foul call on the floor as Clocker goes up.
Looks like it's going to be on up 21 of Pensacola. That would be Grace Imdeck.
Grace Imdeck. So Grace Imdeck picks up her first foul. Clocker to the line with a 9-point lead and 3:09 to go in the third. Her first free throw, no good. Clocker, a very interesting story. She comes from she's listed on your sheet, David, as her hometown being Coleman, Alabama. It is not. She is from Austria and graduated from Fairview High School.
That's
in
right around
Coleman.
the corner from Coleman, though, isn't it?
Yeah, Coleman and Austria are actually very close to each other. That second free throw up and good. The lead is now 47-37 with 3:09 to go in the third quarter. Faulkner going to extend this defense out, full court man-to-man. Laura Jones in the game, as is Cassidy Bonebreak. Grant has checked back in. Bonebreak knocks it away, comes up with the steal. Bonebreak eyes up, sends it right wing. Wilkinson pulls it, no. Long rebound controlled by Eva Hardy. Hardy passes left wing. They'll dump it down into the post, and Wilkinson's going to pick up the foul. Wilkinson, one of the guards off the bench for this Eagle team from Lumberton, Texas. A freshman. That is the fourth Faulkner foul of the quarter. Long pass comes in, can't be corralled by Hope Baker, goes out of bounds. Faulkner basketball. Deani Thompson will trigger the inbound to Wilkinson. She comes across the timeline. Hands it off to Laura Jones. She has no fear. She'll pull it. Front iron, no good. Rebound controlled by Boyd. Here comes Pensacola Christian the other way. Left wing Hardy pulls the three. Yes. The lead down to 7. 2.5 to go in the third. Wilkinson with the ball. Passes off right wing to Bonebreak. Back to Thompson. Over to Jones. Dumps it down low to Grant. Puts it on the floor. Can't get the rebound off the miss, but we've got a jump ball. They'll call Angela Grant for the foul. Reed Sutton calling for the jump ball. I can't really argue with him, but that's only the second on Grant. Look, David, I think this is just a reality of Angela Grant's size. She's going to get a lot of those that aren't really fouls, but because of her physical presence, I think she's going to pick up a lot of those cheapies that could have gone a different way.
I'm sure she will throughout the course of the season, and it's going to be one of those problems, if you will, for Coach Sutton and his staff, trying to pick those spots when they can keep her in the game when those kinds of things start happening.
47-40 is the lead. The first free throw was no good from Jessica Boyd. The second one's coming. It's up and good. 47-41. That lead all the way down to 6. It was as many as 15 just moments ago. Nicole Shirley with the basketball to Laura Jones. Laura Jones, inlet pass. Look at that move by Grant, won't go. Rebound Eva Hardy. Fought for on the baseline. It's loose. And controlled momentarily by Morgan Sykes before Pensacola forced the jump ball. So Sykes, I guess, technically gets a steal there just for a moment. And we'll get a timeout call with 2 minutes to go in the third. 47-41. I think this is just a 30-second timeout, though, David, if I saw it correctly. It's not a full. So we'll keep it right here. It's down to 6. It doesn't feel like Faulkner should be worried, but the scoreboard says you may want to turn this thing back around.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. I think they've got Grant back in, and they're trying to feed her in the post the past few possessions, let her get some of those easy hook shots that she can just do against any player that's on her. So I think Coach Sutton's trying to stretch this lead back out. He's extending the defense. They're playing hard defense, trying to shake this Pensacola team up, at least make them work for every point that they get.
Well, one of the things I've seen from Pensacola tonight, they have got to have the ball in Joy Smith's hands.
Absolutely.
They don't really have a lot of ball handling, but look.
Good back cut.
All that said, Jessica Boyd goes baseline, catches the ball, lays it in, it's down to 4. 1:44 to go in the third. Shirley feeds Bone Break. Bone Break attacks right side, pulls it back out, sends it over to Sykes, down low to Grant. Look at the move. Up and in from Grant. A little okey-doke from Angela Grant, and she's got 18.
Great up and under. Her skill level is just off the chart when she's in the post.
Welburn started this possession. They'll kick it down to Smith now. Her layup no good, and you're going to get a foul on the floor. It'll be called on Cassidy Bone Break.
Late whistle on Bone Break there.
It was, but you saw Bone Break nod her head. She wasn't disagreeing with the call. Joy Smith to the line, shooting 2. She has 8 points on the night. Give her 9. The lead's down to 5. 49-44 is the score.
Joy Smith, the NCCAA All-American last year, shot 71% from the free throw line.
The second free throw is good. 49-45 the score. Nicole Shirley working with the ball. Shot up, no good. Long rebound, Shirley. She's almost in double digits as a point guard on rebounds tonight.
She's another one of those players that's been all over the court tonight.
Entry pass denied. That is Joy Smith, the point guard, defending Angela Grant in the post.
12 on the shot clock.
Shirley threatens, gets the screen from Grant, dumps it down to Grant. Good job with the steal by Joy Smith.
Good defense. Come in front of the post player there by the guard.
It very clearly Joy Smith is the best player for Pensacola Christian. She's doing a little bit of everything right now.
She is. She's trying to take this game over, it looks like, for these Pensacola Eagles.
4-point lead for Faulkner with 20 seconds left. There's a 4-second difference between shot and game. You get a foul call here with 17.6 left on the third quarter clock.
Hannah Sailors will go to the line and shoot a pair. The aforementioned 5'9" senior from Nebo, North Carolina.
Her first shot is good. Second shot forthcoming from Sailors. Good. 49-47 the score. Faulkner leads, 15 seconds to go in the third. The advantage has been as many as 15 for the homestanding Eagles, but it's all the way down to 2 now. Shirley feeds Jones, back to Sykes, right wing, bone break, feeds Grant down low, puts it up at the buzzer, and good. Angela Grant's got 20. The lead is back to 4.
There's a big bucket for the Eagles right there to stretch this lead back up to 4, and hopefully again in this fourth quarter they can get back to what they were doing to stretch this lead on out to double digits.
Ashlyn Atkins, who sat nearly all of the third quarter. Did she even play in the third quarter?
She started the third.
And then went to the bench rather quickly. Ashlyn Atkins has only played, am I reading this right, only 15 minutes to this point tonight. So you got to expect she's going to be out there for the bulk of the fourth quarter. And I think that's where maybe where a lot of this offense went, because you didn't have the spacing in this third quarter, which – look, Grant still got 20, but how much easier would her job be with that spacing on the floor?
Absolutely, and it looked like the third quarter was one of those where for Faulkner trying to get the subs in, and you got a double-digit lead. You're trying to let them do some work, maintain the lead, and just wasn't quite able to do it. We've talked about the youth of this team, and we're going to talk about the youth of this team for the rest of the season. But they have the 4-point advantage going into the fourth quarter, and it looks like the regular starters are going to be back in for Faulkner.
So we'll see who comes out of the huddle here. There's Atkins, Colson, Key, Shirley, and Horton. So they go away from the traditional post player with more of a 5-guard lineup here. Well, Colson's your traditional post, I guess. I think of her more of as a wing, but Atkins drives it down. It's a clean block from Joy Smith. So Atkins goes up with it. Joy Smith blocks. Man, Joy Smith is checking every box. Kayla Key with the ball, dumps it down. Liv Colson, one move, puts it up, no good. Rebound controlled by number 22, Haley Sailors.
Colson went for the Angela Grant special and missed.
Going the other direction now. Tipped away, Kayla Key. She gets the steal. She'll lead the break. Finds Atkins. No room to shoot as she had to corral it. It's knocked out of bounds off of Pensacola Christian.
The defensive end, Key again, doing the little things that make a difference in the outcome of a ball game.
Ashlyn Atkins catches that one off the inbound, feeds it back to Kayla Key, dumps it down to Colson. She goes left and right, puts it up, no good. A little bit of a dream shake, didn't go. Rebound still fought for on the floor.
Out of bounds, it's going to be Faulkner ball.
So I guess the rebound goes to Ashton Welburn, and then she ends up on the baseline and turns it over. Back deep to Key, feeds Colson low, and the reach in on Welburn. That is going to be her fourth. There's 2 Pensacola Christian players with 4 now. Shirley throws it in to Colson. She backs it out, puts it up and good. The lead back to 6.
Good head fake by Colson to get that open shot right there in the post.
At the top of the key is Welburn. Nicole Shirley picked up the assist off that inbound pass to Colson. Left wing is Sailor. She'll drive in, kick it out, contact on the floor.
Foul's going to be on Atkins there. She got her with the body making the move.
53-47 the lead for Faulkner with 8:48 to go here in the third quarter. Inbound will come from underneath the basket. That'll be Joy Smith throwing it in. Grace Imdeck with the basketball. Hands it off to Jessica Boyd. To Haley Sailors. Sailors working against Horton. She sends it over to Smith, who's stuck down in the corner with nowhere to go. Nice switch by Horton. Imdeck up and good over the outstretched arms of Colson. 53-49. Pensacola Christian down only 4. Atkins, right wing. Back out to Shirley. Thought about it. Thought better of it. She'll hand off to Atkins. Atkins pushes it in. Out to Shirley. She'll pull that, and it's good. 56-49. That's what was missing in the third quarter for the Faulkner Eagles.
It really was.
Key with the hands up. Good defense not to foul there. The ball will stay with Pensacola Christian as McElhaney got her own rebound.
But back on the offensive end, good penetration by Atkins and the kick out to Shirley there for the three, and is able to knock down the somewhat open look.
M-Deck over to Sailors. Sailors around to the right, working against Ashlyn Atkins. Grant comes to the scorer's table. B. Warren, Pensacola Christian. Sailors with the basketball. She comes back around to the left, loses control of it, out to M-Deck. M-Deck feeds Sailors. Her three, no good. Nicole Shirley with her 10th rebound. Shirley over to Horton. Horton back to Shirley. Shirley to Key. Key pushes it down out to Atkins. Not a lot of spacing right now for the Eagles. Key pulls the three, no good. Rebound tipped out. Fought for on the floor. Kayla Key's got it. And timeout called by Reed Sutton. So Kayla Key with the Key rebound. Reed Sutton with the quick timeout. 56-49, Faulkner leads, 7:19 to go. This is the Faulkner Sports Network presentation of Faulkner Lady Eagle basketball.
You've got the Z.
56-49 is the lead. Ashlyn Atkins throws it into Michaela Fasanik. She dumps it down Angela Grant. Guess what's coming? That. 58-49. Grant's got 22.
The little post hook. Marley Moore going for the flop there. Doesn't get it.
Marley Moore's best chance was to fall down and hope. McElhaney, three, no, way short. Shirley with another board. She's got 11.
I think Atkins got a piece of that on the way up.
Yeah, Atkins with a block. Horton, three, no. Rebound, not controlled by anybody. It'll go to Pensacola Christian. Wait, one ref said one way, the other ref said the other. They're getting help from some Faulkner football players and a basketball player. And Faulkner wins the argument. 58-49, 6:51 to go. Ball stays with Faulkner. Colson checks in. Out comes Shirley. With all of the size on this team, the point guard's the leading rebounder tonight by a lot. She's just been crashing the boards with abandon.
She has, offensively and defensively.
Colson feeds Grant. Backboard good. She didn't have to call glass. Everybody knew. 60-49 is the score.
Great defense by Fasanik to knock the ball away.
Fasanik has been so active on D tonight. Dumps it down low. She'll finally gather it in. Will Boyd. She goes up and she's fouled. It's either on Atkins or Horton.
And for the majority of the game, we've seen this Lady Eagle team be extremely active defensively and able to work their way into a lot of good positioning on the defensive end of the floor.
Boyd with the free throw, rattles off every part of the iron and then goes in. It felt like Boyd has done a lot more than she's got 6 points, but it really felt like she's made an impact in this game. Her next free throw up and no good. Rebound, Angela Grant. Ashlyn Atkins said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Long pass, Kimberly Horton, out of bounds. So Angela Grant now with 6 boards and 24 points. That'll play. Also an assist and a block, just in case you were wondering.
Pretty sure Coach Sutton will be happy with those numbers.
Yeah, he'll take it. Across the timeline is Boyd, face up with Horton. Horton, nice job not to reach there. Fasanik working against Smith. Smith passes it left block. She runs into Grant, kicks it out. Jumper no good. Rebound fought for and not controlled. And Faulkner will get the basketball. 60-50 with 6:01 to play in the game. Faulkner on top here. Cassidy Bonebreak will check in. Kimberly Horton will check out. Horton with 3 fouls. Atkins with 3 fouls. Nobody else with more than that for Faulkner. Inbound to Ashlyn Atkins. Joy Smith will back off and give her plenty of space. Atkins works around to the left, passes off Bone Break. Bone Break with a screen. Instead, we'll give it to Colson. Colson wants it to Grant, gives it to Fasanic. She'll get it to Grant. Grant thought about it. Now back out to Colson. She'll drive in, kicks it left wing Atkins, back to Bone Break. Bone Break to Fasanic off the screen, and no good, but what a look off the ball screen from Fasanic.
Good look off the screen, good ball movement, good player movement by the Faulkner offense right there.
5:34 to go as Pensacola Christian gets the rebound and then immediately travels with the basketball. I've heard somewhere you can't do that. A travel was the call. We've got a conversation because there was a buzzer that was sounded. Shot clock now reads 91 seconds.
9 seconds
and now 30. Joel Harrison to his feet in case he has to be involved in fixing it. The best dressed shot clock man in the business, Joel Harrison. 60 to 50 with 5:34 to play in the game. Liv Colson, right wing, back to Fasanic. She dumps it down low to Grant, pivot foot, up and good. It's a clinic. Angela Grant's hosting a clinic. Everybody owes her $50 for attending. 26 points for Angela Grant tonight. Up top, Ashton Welburn sends it over and a foul. Cassidy Bonebreak. I like that Cassidy Bonebreak doesn't even argue with foul calls.
just kind of, did it.
Yeah, okay. 62 to 50 is the score. 5:13 to go in the game.
You can see, though, this energy and pace is when they stretch the lead back out on this Pensacola team.
Right wing, Jessica Boyd. She'll dump it down to Ashton Welburn, and a block from Angela Grant. Oh, my. Make checks payable to Faulkner Lady Eagle Athletics. This is the best training you'll get all year. Liv Colson kicks it out. Michaela Fasanic puts it on the deck. Pull up, block. Controlled by Boyd, rebounds it. Boyd got the rebound for Pensacola Christian and then traveled. So, congratulations. 62-50, 4:48 to play. Angela Grant will inbound the basketball. Gives it to Liv Colson over to Bone Break. Bone Break got Fasanic to her left. She thought about it, thought better of it. High post is Grant, now works back low post. Colson right wing, back over to Bone Break. Bone Break out to Colson. Colson entry pass to Grant, and they're going to wave it off.
Offensive foul on Grant.
They called the offensive foul on Grant, and that's fine. Or they just call her for a walk. I think they just called her for a walk. 3 seconds, three in the key. That's fine. She did something wrong, apparently. I think it's just being better than everybody. It's not allowed. 62 to 50 is the score with 4:18 to go. Boyd down low, banks it in, good. Lead back down to 10. Here comes Atkins across the timeline. She will attack, pull up. Colson, top of the key, had it, didn't do it. Fasanic doing jumping jacks, wants the basketball. She'll get it, she'll pull it. No, had a little too long to think about it. Alvarez catches the long rebound, gives it off to Smith. Smith attacks. She's down on the baseline. Back up to Alvarez. Back over to Sailors. Now it finds its way down inside for a mismatch. Moore puts it up over Ashton Atkins. There's about 8 inches of height differential there. Atkins with the ball and an 8-point lead. Colson.
They recognized that advantage and took advantage of it pretty quickly, too.
Steal by Boyd. Fasanic will run back, try to slow it down, and the layup won't go. Fasanic gets the foul call. That's going to be the second on her. Not bad by Fasanic there just to try to stop ball, even with the foul call.
Yeah, make them earn it from the free throw line. Don't give them a cheap layup.
You'd rather see her not get that ball up on the rim, but the free throw up and good. Fasanic out, Horton in, Key in, Bone Break out. So you're back to Atkins, Colson, Key, Grant, and Horton. Long rebound off back iron. Rebounded by Colson.
Boyd, the 73% free throw shooter last year, not able to connect there.
Horton drives, puts it up, no. Rebound, fought for, batted back in by Colson, though they'll say out of bounds. It is Pensacola Christian basketball. 62-54 is the lead. Shirley has checked back in. So it's Shirley, Key, Atkins, Grant, and Horton. Ball can't, the pass not handled cleanly by Pensacola Christian. Out of bounds, back to Faulkner. Pensacola Christian can't really get out of their own way. They've got a shot here, but they're turning the ball over.
They really are in this quarter, shooting themselves in the foot.
Shirley out to Atkins. A little bit of a weave look coming here. Atkins out to Shirley. Shirley out to Horton. Shot clock at 14. Taking the air out of the ball is Faulkner. Shirley dumps it to Grant, and it's knocked away. Had to get up to see over Reed Sutton. Ball goes to Pensacola Christian. Colson checks in, Shirley out. So they get the ball handler out, get the rebounder back in. Which I say that, but the leading rebounder on the night's the girl that just checked out.
Not your likely person for that designation, but it's how it works tonight.
The attack dumps it out. Alvarez off the floor, feeds it out to Sailors. Rebound Ashlyn Atkins. She feeds it to Angela Grant. Now she feeds Atkins. She'll push the pace. All the way out to left wing to Key. It's free. Grant finds it. And there's a foul on the floor. On number 22.
Haley Sailors.
Haley Sailors. That is 2 on her, or is that her first? That's 2 on her.
First one up and down for Angela Grant.
So Angela Grant with 27 now. Grant sets up and good. She's got 28. Across the timeline, Joy Smith hands it off. Sailors pulls it, no good. Long rebound, fought for. Colson has it. Colson looking for somebody to give it to. She'll get it to Wilkinson. She gets it across the timeline. Now passes out to Fasanic. Faulkner with a 10-point lead, content to run clock, and there's a foul. Joy Smith commits it. That is her second. Changes galore. They're not in the bonus yet, though. All right, still changing. On the floor for Faulkner, Shirley, Adkins, Grant, Horton, and Key. Your 5 on the floor for Pensacola Christian: Alvarez, Haley Sailors, Sandy McElhaney, and a couple more. Grant's got 30. Grant up and in. She's got 30.
Going to the special there with that little post hook shot that she has perfected in 3 games here in her college career.
Joy Smith attacks right side. There was a walk or a foul. Neither one of them got called. Tip out rebound to Ashton Welburn. She misses. Rebound Nicole Shirley. She's got 12. 1:10 to go. Faulkner leads by 12. There's Horton. She'll attack. Right hand gets it in and one. That, my friend, is the capper.
Good take by Horton. Getting that foul call. Possibility for the 3-point play.
That's 5 now on Ashton Welburn as she heads out. Couple more players in now. The 5 on the floor for Pensacola Christian: Eva Hardy, Sandy McElhaney, Joy Smith, Lauren Alvarez, and looks like Hannah Sailors. Faulkner going to take that timeout.
Free throw up and good for Horton there.
David, we'll stick with it here. The lead is 69-54 after Horton hits the free throw. Update everybody on what all is going on with the Faulkner Sports Network this weekend. The men's version of the Jimmy Faulkner Classic starts Friday. The first game of the weekend is at 5:30? 5 o'clock. There we go. 5 o'clock for the first game, and then the Faulkner men will play at 7. David Turner and Jacob Hartsfield will be on the call for both of those games as long as David doesn't die of choke by that time. And
it's not looking good.
Yeah, not looking good. On Saturday at noon, David is all choked up over here. Saturday at noon, Faulkner University football's final home game of the year. They host Warner. We'll, of course, have that presentation for you. Myself, Jason Isbell, David Turner on the call for that one. Or if you prefer, the second part of the Jimmy Faulkner Classic right here. First game at 1 o'clock, second game at 3. Jacob Hartsfield flying solo with the call at 1 o'clock, and then David and I will come and join him for the 3 o'clock kick whenever the football game is over. Joy Smith across the timeline, 15-point lead for Faulkner. 54 seconds to play. Smith looking for somebody. Fasanic just wants the basketball. Grant pokes it out.
Look at Angela Grant with the defensive pressure.
In contact, Wilkinson picking up the cheap foul.
Talking about me about to choke and die. It's that nice little post jumper from Grant that she's had all night is just a thing of beauty.
Got you emotional.
It does.
Look, I know it sounds like you know we're biased here. We're not. You got a chance of seeing something special when Angela Grant's in the game.
You really do. We've talked about it. We talked about it over the weekend. Just her natural ability to be in the right position, her footwork in the post, all of the little things. She checks all of those boxes, and it makes her an even better player to have those fundamentals.
Liv Colson rebounds the miss. Nicole Shirley across the timeline. Faulkner going to take the air out of it, it looks like. Atkins with the basketball. She'll attack left side. She'll lay it in and one. Ashlyn Atkins with the old-fashioned three-point play opportunity. Takes it all the way to the rack.
When this team is aggressive and just going after it, it looks like that's when they're at their best.
Absolutely. If Atkins makes this, she'll have 9.
She's been quiet since that first quarter when she came out and hit 2 big threes to start the game.
Yeah, has not. You remember, she didn't play much in the third quarter. Laura Jones will check in eventually. Ashlyn Atkins, her team up 17. Free throw up and good. She's got 9. And a sub, she'll come out. Laura Jones will come in. Right now, the only Eagle in double figures is Angela Grant with 30. She comes out. Gets the immediate love from everybody, and why not? The ball inbounded to Haley Sailors. Full court pressure from Faulkner. Not giving up anything easy.
Faulkner just trying to make Pensacola take time off the clock, get this game over with.
Alvarez works around to the right, hands the ball off to McElhaney. McElhaney passes off to Haley Sailors. Her 3 is good. 10 seconds to go. Faulkner is up 15. They'll bring it across the timeline and let it run out. Michaela Fasanic will end her night with 9 points. Ashlyn Atkins has 9 points. 13 rebounds for Nicole Shirley. 9 rebounds for Liv Colson. But the story of the night, David, 30 points, 6 rebounds for the freshman from Hoover, Angela Grant.
Third college game